Alright, you saw the title, you saw the thumbnail. To answer the question that I know is at the back of your mind, yes, I did place every single one of these blocks by hand, and it kinda almost crashed my computer. Let me explain. So a couple of weeks ago, Mysticat and Nice Name, who are both pretty big Minecraft technical YouTubers, made videos where they pushed the absolute limits of what a Minecraft door could be. I believe they were inspired by Mumbo, who did kind of a similar thing but using redstone. In any case, it kind of got ridiculous, and I watched those videos, got very inspired, and just came on Minecraft and started playing around with similar concepts myself. I might have got a little bit carried away. This doesn't really have anything to do with doors anymore, but let me show you how I did all this. Okay, so I've come to an area where those giant blocks are no longer present, and as you can see from the server, the lag just decreased a ton when I teleported. Now, first thing I'm going to do is just place down a couple of blocks, and, you know, that looks pretty sufficient. And now I have these two fruits in my inventory, the big fruit and the small fruit. No, those names aren't references to anything at all. What are you talking about? Now, if I eat the small fruit, well, as you can see, I'm now small. Wow, so revolutionary. And now that I'm small, you know, these blocks look huge, right? And it turns out I actually can't jump up on them. I'm too short to jump on them. But good thing, I actually still have a block in my inventory, and so I can just, you know, place it down and make it so I can jump up. I can eat the small fruit again. Now I'm even smaller. Now this block is too big for me to jump on. But I could also just place a block right there, jump up on it, and okay, that's too tall. I could then place a block right there and jump up like that. Look at that, I made myself a little staircase. And okay, at this point I am the size of a single pixel, and I just placed a block that is the size of a single pixel, and I made myself an entire staircase so I can get up to the top if I want to. Now, while theoretically the attributes do allow me to do this, in practice it's, oh, that was a running particle. Okay, in practice it's very janky. Look at oh, this is awful. I'm surprised I've actually managed to jump this far, but look, I'm now here, and now I'm on top of those original blocks that I placed down back when I was big. Staircase looks cool from this side, and arguably even cooler from this side. Okay, but I'm sick of being tiny. Time to eat the big fruit. Okay, and I've got to eat it a few more times before I actually get back to full size. Here, now I'm the size of one of these half blocks again. And if I just eat it one last time, here I am. Now I'm full size again. And now I'm just gonna keep eating it. And look at that, look at that. I can place bigger blocks now. I can climb up the tiny staircase I made. Oh, that's very slow, but very satisfying. I can eat it again, and there's a bigger block, and again, and there's a bigger block. Let's see, so that was 2, 4, 8, and I can eat it one last time to be 16 times the size of a normal person. Oh, and the block has completely overwritten the previous one. This is by far the most broken thing I've ever made in Minecraft, I swear to God. Oh, and you may notice that moving just a tiny bit causes my hand to have a complete spaz attack. That's because I'm actually going incredibly fast. Probably a good idea would be for me to turn FOV effects down to 0, and then also turn view bobbing off. There we go. Okay. That seems a little bit more smooth. So now, this block seems just as big as a normal block seems to a normal player. Your next question is, can I jump on it? Well, not really. I can kind of like step up through it. This is, oh my gosh, this is gonna take a while to explain. I'm gonna shrink back down a little bit so I can show you. That should be normal size. Okay, if I go to spectator mode, you can see that the rest of these blocks, like this is the 2 times size block, there's a shulker inside it, and the shulker is perfectly lined up with the block display. So you can see all this Z fighting and these weird glitchy textures. That's how you know the shulker is actually the right size. Now that's also true for all these tiny little blocks. So these tiny little blocks have the perfect hitbox as well. You may notice that this big block does not. It's kind of Z fighting with the other block that's inside it, but that is not the shulker. If I fly inside it, there's the shulker. For some reason, they can't get bigger than this. I have no idea why Mojang did this, but shulkers have a max scale, whereas every other entity can be scaled all the way up to 16. But yeah, that's basically the gist of the data pack. It works with most blocks, so I can just, you know, pull out any block, and then if I make myself small, I can place a mini block that's 1/4 the size of a real block. I haven't really tried it with something like a door yet. Oh, you know, I don't really know what I was expecting, but that makes perfect sense. Nice and Misty, if you're watching this, here's your door. I can stand on it like it's thin air. This also works in survival, so if I come up to one of these blocks and break it, everything insta-breaks, but I actually do get the block back, so I can like break that block as well. I get a get a birch log. It works with the tiny ones, and for some of them, the item that pops out is actually bigger than the block itself, which is kind of hilarious. Now, if you hadn't already guessed, or if you haven't already seen the thumbnail, there are no mods involved with this at all. This is completely vanilla, or at least insofar as you can call data packs vanilla. It's just a data pack, no resource pack, all of it's completely vanilla behavior. And because of the limitations of data packs, like I said, it's incredibly broken. There are some instances where you just can't place the blocks. Like right now, I am right-clicking and I can't place anything, but if I actually aim at a block where I am not standing, I can place this block. And then you can always place the fake blocks on the other fake blocks, so that always works. But if you want to place them on the like regular blocks, you have to be like not standing inside the bounding box, which makes it weird when you get tiny. But the aim is pretty accurate, so that placed a block over there, and you could see there was like a little flash of something in front of my face. We just ignore that. There's a crafting table. I absolutely cannot use it, but if I place a regular crafting table and then shrink back down, I can still use like the big crafting tables. Like that wasn't changed at all. If you want to try redstone, I mean, like, don't even think about it. This block should be pushed right now, I think. I don't really know that much about redstone, but it's not being pushed. So anyway, yeah, this pack is incredibly cursed, but if for some reason you actually want to download it and try it for yourself, I have included the download link in the video description. I'm not going to be posting this one on Planet Minecraft because, I mean, it's not exactly, like, solid survival worthy. This is incredibly stupid. If you've downloaded the pack and you want to know how to get the fruits, they're just crafting recipes. So if I open the recipe book, the big fruit is just an apple surrounded by glowstone, and then the small fruit is an apple surrounded by redstone. You can ensmallify yourself until you are 1/16 your normal size, which is eating it 4 times, and you can also embiggen yourself up until you are 16 times normal size, so eating it 4 times from base size, which I'm almost there. I believe that is now it. So overall, there are 9 scales to play with here. The bigger you go, the jankier they get, but you can do really cool stuff, like making a Sierpinski triangle. I was about to mention how laggy these things are, and I checked the server console. It threw an error packet. Don't use this pack, guys. Anyway, I don't know what the hell I'm doing anymore. I've been Conyer. If you enjoyed the video, thank you for enjoying it. I will see you later. Join the Discord. We do more stupid stuff like this all the time. Goodbye.